Hey, what is up guys? Mixoplex here. In today's video, we're going to be going through Season 9 cosmetics through the Season Pass. Now, we actually just completed it, I would say in about 11 hours. Realistically, we probably could have done it in about half that time. But due to all the PvP that's been happening, everyone's doing world events and just playing adventure. It's actually kind of insane. And it just resulted in us, unfortunately, being kind of delayed when it comes to unlocking the cosmetics. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the very first tier of the season. Now, we're going to go ahead and throw on the Gilded Age flag and the sails. Then we're going to take a look at the Sting Tide flag as well shortly after. And the first costume, Sting Tide. Go ahead and check this out real quick. So Sting Tide costume is going to be our very first costume this patch. Let's go and take a look at it. We kind of look like we're void of color a little bit. It looks kind of cool. As for the costume, we have the bubbles, which is kind of cool. And as for the ship stuff, so go ahead and take a look. We have the sails of Gilded Age here, and we have, I believe this should be right here. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and drop the sails real quick. All right, so here are the basic sails. They actually look really good. The only problem with these sails though is the colors are really hard to match. So if you guys found a working ship set or a combination of cosmetics that go with these sails, hey, make sure you guys leave a comment down below. I'll make sure to read them. We got the top flag up there. So let's go ahead and switch out the top flag to the Sting one real quick. And we'll take a look at the very next bracket in the pass. So now we're actually getting into the meat of stuff. So here we have the Sting Tide capstan. We're gonna have the Sting Tide hull, Prosperous Privateer hat, the Prosperous Privateer shirt, and the Chef's peg leg. So let's go ahead and do the hull real quick. Yeah, capstan. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Very, very blue. Holy crap. A fan. I'm not a big fan of this ship set at all. We did just buy it to kind of give you guys like a full look at it, that way you can kind of make your own distinction if this is worth purchasing or not. Personally, I'm not really into it so far. It's just a bit much for me personally. But there seems to be an interior design as well right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's remove the costume. Let's put on our Prosperous Privateer hat. Our gloves, or not our gloves, but our shirt. I think that is the final piece there. Oh no, the peg leg, okay. Then we'll take a look at the peg leg in this menu, as it's kind of hard to see when you're actually out playing. So it's kind of like a wooden ladle or like a wooden spoon, kind of like attached to your knee, which is kind of cool. Let's go up and take a look at the shirt and the hat piece. Pretty freaking cool, dude. I mean, take a look at that. So this is kind of one of the things I think a lot of people, myself included, have been really enjoying about this update. This gear to me speaks pirate. All right, it's not some crazy fantasy gear with glow, we're basically like a glow stick. No, this shirt is phenomenal, very detailed, and it is very much like a pirate would wear this back in the day, you know what I mean? Same with the hat, kind of over the top, but you got, gold coins, maybe a couple of doubloons, some feathers, but a pretty cool hat regardless. Huge fan of it. But favorite piece, one of my favorite pieces from this pass in general, the shirt. The shirt's going to be used for a long time, as it does match with quite a bit. All right, so we're in the next tier. We're in the next tier of the season. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the Prosperous Privateer peg leg, looking at the makeup of the Gilded Age, and the Prosperous Privateer jacket, and the basic sails, and the wheel. So let's go ahead and switch out the ship stuff and take a look at this real quick. Now, I just recently bought these just before we started recording. I gotta say, I kind of feel like I got duped a little bit, but at the same time, I am an avid collector of this stuff. We do pay out of pocket because we're not sponsored by Rare in any way. So, but regardless, it's kind of cool to have all these because you never know when you can mix and match. So the wheel, pretty cool visually. Unfortunately, oh wow, actually, I thought this was just a curve, but there's still that as well. Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that wheel. That wheel is definitely not it. And then we have the basic sails. Again, pretty good. There is unfortunately a lot of different blue sets already though, so I'm not really jumping at the bit to actually use this. Now let's go ahead and check out our peg leg, makeup, and jacket. So let's go over here, take out the peg leg, take a look at it. So this one's actually really cool. I think the design of this reminds me of Pinocchio a little bit, which is kind of cool. Not bad at all actually. For tattoos, or for makeup actually, we're gonna be looking at the makeup of the Gilded Age. Love the star. I'm not a big fan of the lipstick personally, but some people are into it, so that's really up to you and your own, you know, personal choice. And then for a jacket, we have the Prosperous Privateer jacket. So let's go ahead and take a look at this real fast. Again, so talking about piracy or just like, I guess, regular pirate garb. This is one of my favorite jackets. Or this whole set, for the most part, is colorful. It looks like it could be used back in the day, and it's still really, really neat. And I think they did a killer job on it. I mean, just look at the sheer detail. Like, it just looks very, very good. I don't know if I'd wear this hat personally long term, but the jacket definitely going to be useful. All right, so for the next tier, we have the Privateer dress. We have the Tattoo of Gilded Age, the Prosperous Privateer trousers, and the first figurehead non-collectors. So let's go ahead and throw on the non-collector figurehead real quick before we get into the rest of this. Now, this one, unfortunately, the basic one and the collector's one do share, I think, a little bit of the same design, but obviously this one doesn't glow. Kind of looks like a jellyfish. Kind of cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pants and the tattoo and the dress. So in regards of a tattoo, this is what you're looking at for the Tattoo of the Gilded Age. Now, personal opinion, the sleeves are pretty good. Not a fan of where the skull is located, unfortunately, because if you're using the Athena curse, it definitely kind of cancels it out a little bit. Not only that, I just wish a lot of these tattoos were more like along the lines of like some of these dresses, like for our Zeus outfit, for example, we do use a dress for that, and it looks phenomenal as we're trying to look like an old Greek god. But unfortunately, this one, I don't think we'll be able to do the same thing, which is kind of unfortunate. But regardless, let's go ahead and take a look at the pants. Prosperous Privateer trousers, which are very interesting. I think this goes with the shirt originally. Still kind of conflicted if I'm ever going to use these, but we'll use them for the sake of the video. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next bracket as well. So for our next tier, we have two hairstyles. We have three different things. We have the Chef's Cutlass, the legendary Bone Hunter Spyglass, and the Sting Tide Costume 2. So let's go ahead and take a look at the hairstyles. We have the Prosperous Privateer glamorous hair, which is actually kind of nice on female models. Actually looks really good. Even dudes, it probably looked pretty good, but I kind of wish we'd get this headband in different colors. Just a little pet peeve, but still really good hairstyle. And then for the other one, we have the Prosperous Privateer immaculate hair, which again, I'm gonna be honest, my pirate looks so weird with hair, so I don't think that's ever gonna happen. Now for the rest of the pieces, we do have, again, the Chef's Cutlass, the legendary Bone Hunter Spyglass, and the Costume 2. So the Costume 2, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at real quick, is a little bit different. As you can see here, the difference between 1 and 2, we have a little bit more color. It's like our avatar is a little bit more alive. And again, we do have the blow bubbles emote here, which is kind of cool. for the spyglass. Now, historically, when Rare puts out a tinted spyglass or weapon, it's typically gonna be tinted. Like, it actually is the color that it looks like. For this one, it is red, but to my surprise, it's actually not tinted. So if you end up liking this spyglass, believe it or not, you don't actually have to switch because of a tint. You can just use it and enjoy, honestly. And for our final part of the pass, which is honestly, my chat blew up when we got this, and we're just quoting SpongeBob. Yeah, pretty cool. It looks super goofy though when you lunge, which is kind of funny. But let's go to the next tier. We do have the Prosperous Privateer boots for Renown 55. We have the Banana Beret hat and the Sting Tide cannon. So let's go ahead and switch out the cannons. We'll put on the boots and the hat real quick to kind of get everything on board here. So let's go ahead and throw those on. So these cannons, are they going to be usable? Or they actually have some decent quality? Believe it or not, they're not too bad. If you're used to shooting this particular model, not going to be that bad. If anything, it's going to be really familiar, but there's no crazy iron sights on these. Again, probably wouldn't use them, but they still look pretty cool nonetheless. Huge fan. For me, it's the color. It just doesn't work for me personally. And for the hat, we have the banana hat, which looks really goofy, but yeah, I'm hoping at some point they do some of the different fruit. It'd be kind of cool. And then for the boots, you have like a gold toe at the end on both boots, I believe. Definitely goes with the full set. Let's take a look at the next tier. So in the next tier, we have one of the most heavily sought after items. I mean, I think I've been seeing requests for this particular cosmetic since literally year 1, and we're in year 5 right now. So kind of keep that in mind. Look, they're learning, and we're getting things that we wanted, but we finally got jewelry. Now, we don't have our own jewelry slot in the game, but we do have basically gloves that are reskinned into rings, which is really cool. And I'm hoping, and this is where this is going to be like a message to Rare, please, when you do make these more in the future, please mix up the colors so people have the ability to actually choose which gemstones or which color of a band we can actually use. Because I mean, I think at the end of the day, you want cosmetics to be personable, and I'm hoping in the near future they can do just that, or just release a bunch of different glove cosmetics. Then we have the Sweet Treat Banjo and the Sting Tide Cannon Flare, which we'll go ahead and take a look at right now. The banjo we won't be able to, but the rings we can actually throw on, and the cannon flares. So let's go to gloves and check them out. Those gloves, dude, look so good. And it makes me so happy to finally see jewelry. I'm hoping at some point we get either amulets or necklaces. All right, so to test out the cannon flare, luckily for us, it is nighttime. So we're gonna go ahead and get the full volume test here. So we got the Sting Tide Cannon Flare, which looks like a freaking meteor. Holy crap. Let's go ahead and get in the cannons. Let's take a shot. Hopefully this is decent. Unfortunately, it does linger a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, that at nighttime, I probably wouldn't use. Blue with blue doesn't really work. It's kind of the reason why Cutthroat or any of the red cannon flares were so popular, is it was so like a polar opposite. So for our next tier, we're gonna have the first collector's Sting Tide figurehead here. Did we actually, I think we did switch out the figurehead, right? Pretty sure we did. Then we're gonna have the Prosperous Privateer belt and the Privateer hook. So let's go ahead and check out this belt. Now they seem to be doing a little bit of a switcheroo with the belts actually, which is kind of nuts. But here you go, you got like a stopwatch, you've got your belt. Again, kind of a cool fit. Let's go ahead and throw on the jacket just to kind of give this a full set kind of look. Not bad, not bad at all. Let's take a look at the hook as well. So I'm gonna throw it on our character. Again, I never use hooks, peg legs, anything like that, but still kind of a cool like full set that I think people will probably enjoy. And let's go ahead and switch up to the collector's figurehead real quick. Now, it definitely glows a little bit more, but the model unfortunately doesn't change. There's not like a variant of it that's a little bit different. But again, if you like it, you like it. I think it's cool. The thing is, I think we would probably use the hull out of this entire set. Probably the hull will be useful. The cannons aren't too bad. The wheel I don't think I'll ever use just because it is a little bit bulky. So all in all, not a bad chipset, but I just don't know if I would use it. All right, going to our next tier, we're gonna have the Prosperous Privateer Beard and the Privateer Eye Patch. Not only that, we're gonna be finishing out our Stingtide Costume 3 and checking out what it looks like. So, all right, so we've got our eye patch, the Privateer Eye Patch, which I actually think is pretty good. The the strap definitely matches with the rest of the set, and the gold looks absolutely phenomenal. And in terms of a beard, we have the Prosperous Privateer Beard right here, which has some gray into it. Yeah, personally, it's the problem with it is I've used one beard for so long, it's hard to see myself without it. So now for the final costume, we're gonna go ahead and switch up and take a look at this real quick. Pretty blue, man. Holy crap, this is a bit much even for me. Holy crap, that is super blue. Wow, that is, yeah, that's a bit much. All right, for our final tier, we're gonna go ahead and switch up our capstan to this sweet treat capstan, just pretty freaking cool looking. And then we're gonna be able to take a look at the Scar of the Gilded Age, legendary Bone Hunter jacket, and the collector's Stingtide sails. So let's go ahead and switch up our capstan and switch out our sails real quick. All right, and there we go. Now I believe this has a little bit of a cut in it now. Unfortunately, this has a little bit of a foil, no glow. But if that is your colors, like kind of a baby blue into a purple, pretty cool looking set. And then for our capstan, we have like the hot cocoa, or we have like the like, what is this, like a chocolate fountain, which is kind of cool. Now to take a look at the rest of all of the goodies, we're going to be taking a look at our scars, which is the Scar of the Gilded Age. So let's go ahead and take our costume off real fast. That way you can get a good look in just at this real fast. So basically the Scar of the Gilded Age adds a skull, essentially where the Athena curse mark is, as you can see. There's a couple of scrapes throughout your body, but for the most part, the only thing that I could actually find is just that one scar, which is kind of unfortunate, and honestly, just not worth it. Like, unfortunately, a few of these, I think the last 4 or 5 tattoos, or not tattoos, but scars that they've added to the game just don't make any sense. They're so weird. All right, and for our final piece, the piece of this whole entire thing is a jacket that's been in the request box for 5 years or something like that. Kind of insane. I mean, I'm really glad that they put it in, but this is the legendary Bone Hunter's jacket. Now, you've probably seen this jacket. This jacket is available, or was available for you to see for years. I think it was either in Daggertooth or in Galleons. If you could remember, please again let me know down in the comment section below. But this is an old jacket with a little bit of new twist on it, which has got like the bones and stuff like that. Definitely feels like a higher poly count as well, but really cool looking jacket. I think we actually put a pretty good little set to this, and I can't wait to show it off to you. So thank you guys for watching. I honestly appreciate it. If you guys are interested, as of this upload, this weekend we will be celebrating my birthday on our Twitch live stream, which also will have drops. So if you don't already have it, let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. I believe these will be available. I think it's so I think it's the Omen cannons, the wheel, the Omen wheel, and the Omen capstan, which I cannot find somewhere here. So always a real pain. Oh, here it is. So if you were looking to get yourself some drops, come on through, hang out with us, spend some time with us in the community. It's celebrating our, you know, basically 5 years and also 32 years of being on this planet. So appreciate your guys' support, and I hope to see you guys for the birthday festivities and there to celebrate season 9 and when we play a little bit of Diablo 4. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.